Reflect. The gentleman from Charlottesville, Mr. Toscano.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise for a point of personal privilege.
The gentleman has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the House, I think many of us are aware of what happened here at the Capitol last Saturday, where about 30 demonstrators were arrested on the Capitol steps. And it raised some questions for me and for other people with whom I've spoken about how we police our capital, the people's capital, and how we make it accessible for folks who seek to petition their government for redress of grievances. You know, in some ways, the arrests that occurred are kind of a culmination of the events that have happened over the last several weeks here at the Capitol. I think that a lot of the socially divisive legislation has brought a lot of questioning out there and have brought a lot of folks to the Capitol to legitimately ask questions of their legislature about what we're doing down here. I might say that I think a lot of folks here have a lot of respect for the Capitol Police. They do a wonderful job, very respectful, and do all they can to protect the security and safety of those of us who work every day in this building and those of us who work around Capitol Square. But if you take a look at the photographs on the internet, you see more than the Capitol Police at work here on Saturday. Police dressed in tactical garb with shields, machine guns, people other than what we typically see in the Capitol Police. And so it raises some questions among a number of people about how we make the Capitol available for people who have legitimate claims to petition our government for redress of grievances. And so in order to try to answer some of those questions, I authored a letter to Colonel Stephen Pike of the Capitol Police. And in it, I wasn't trying to second-guess anyone or Monday morning quarterback this issue, but I tried to raise a number of questions that I hope we can all be attentive to. Because remember, we in the House and the Senate are the ones who control Capitol grounds. We have a protocol in place. That protocol should operate to allow people the right to peaceably assemble. And that protocol also sets the demarcation lines for where people can go and where they have to stay away from. So I'd like to talk with the Colonel about the specific protocol about the issuance of permits for demonstrations, the degree to which the Attorney General has looked at the protocols to see if they pass constitutional muster, the person or persons who decides and who authorizes the mobilization of various tactical squads, additional local police, and SWAT teams, both related to the Capitol Police and unrelated to the Capitol Police, and about how decisions are made for the deployment of various weapons, which we have seen in a number of these photographs over the last few days. I'm also interested to know, over the last 10 years, how frequently have these SWAT or tactical teams been mobilized, and under what conditions have they been mobilized to deal with peaceful demonstrators. You know, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the House, the Capitol Police are on the front lines of protecting the rights and liberties of citizens of the Commonwealth. It's a very difficult job and often subjects those officers to abuse, criticism, and second-guessing. At the same time, we have to find a way to protect the public's right to access to this wonderful Capitol and its grounds to make sure that their ability to assemble under their rights in the First Amendment are protected and they can present their grievances to their representatives. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.